It wasn't only one time this night you went into the basement. There was the siren, you went up, go back to sleep. An hour later was the siren again, you had to go back in the basement. That's happened maybe 3-4 times a night. You know, not only once.
This is Vera Palmieri, née Schwartz, born April 27, 1928, in Berlin, Germany. This 89-year-old's smile and energetic demeanor might not be what you expect from someone who endured years of brutality during World War II. But every day, she persists as an inspiration to those who know her. I met Vera 9 years ago when she needed some computer help. Over time, I got to know her incredible story. From growing up in war-torn Germany and narrowly escaping death, to meeting her American husband at one of her ballet performances, to now living a humble life in Arizona. Her life story moves every person who learns about it. On a recent trip to Phoenix, I met up with her to immortalize her life experiences.
My name is Vera. My parents were well-to-do, I mean middle class people, and we had a beautiful home. I learned how to play the piano as a child, and all what fairly wealthy people would do, I was privileged to do, you know, so, which later drastically changed. We got together and we learned songs. You know, I remember they had very nice melodies, and then we had, how do you call this, wo someone started singing and then the next person starts around. Yeah, we did a lot of those things. I remember the one song we did was like around, and the words, today I say, how come I never questioned this? The words were, today we own Germany and tomorrow the whole world. And I mean, that is a statement which is mind-boggling. But we never even question this. We say that's the way it will be, you know. Today we own Germany and tomorrow the whole world. I mean, that was without writing it down, we knew that's the way it's gonna be. And I was, which I was very proud of, I was what you call a melder. So I had to run, the guy said, we are, say, 14 people here. So I had to run to the next building, and the bombs was falling and everything, run bravely to the next building and say, we are 14 people, you know, in case something happened. Then word got out and everybody knew how many people places were, you know. It was well organized in a way. So, and I was very proud that if, you know, I was chosen because I went to ballet school and they thought I could run better than other people, you know, other girls. He kept on saying to me, the man who had the order, he said, you have to go away from the stairs, I don't allow this, you know. And my mother was sitting way in the other corner, you know, and she said, child, come over here, she said to me, you know, it's such, you could hear the bombs falling. You can hear this because the detonations, and it's hard to describe because you hear the noise and the and you felt the ground, like the ground was moving. And so finally I listened to my mother, Natalie, and went there. And in this moment, the bombs was falling by the stairs. And everybody who was close there was dead. So I'm actually, my life was saved. My mother saved my life. You know, also my mother used to say to me, oh, you're a child. You don't understand what's going on. You know, you don't know how terrible it is. We lost the first home, you know. She said, you don't know what it means to lose everything, every spoon and everything. You know, she was very dramatic. My mother, well, I guess she reached the end of it, and she wanted to, and she said to me, we had a meeting, her, and she says, you know, I'm gonna kill myself with gas in the kitchen. Do you want to come with me and die, or you want to live? It's up to you. And I said, no, 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 I want to live, you know, I don't want to die. You know, my mother said, well, look, we might probably die anyhow through the bombs. And no, no, I mean, I was fanatic as a child. So my mother said, well, go outside and play, and, you know, and I will go alone. So I thought that was okay, you know. I went out and played, and one of the mothers said to me that I should go home. And I said, no, I can't, because my mother, she right now is killing herself with gas. And this person who listened said, what? And she made sure she caught my mother before it was too late, and she was in the hospital, and, you know. I remember the first at this time was colored soldiers who would come, you know, and that was complete. I mean, I never in my whole life saw a colored person, because Hitler said that, like Jesse Owens, he said that wasn't a human. Jesse Owens was an ape trained by the Germans to become a human. So we I sort of thought all colored people were apes. You know, that's war. You know, it's really, that's why we, right now, I think, hopefully we don't have to face another war, because no matter what, war is terrible, you know. I can see how brainwashed over time we were, and that was the way it was. Well, in the beginning, I really was 100% for Donald Trump in the beginning. But more and more, I think he has a problem. I looked at his family, and I said a rich man like he was able to raise such nice people, which I think his Ivanka and I don't know, really. I never met him, you know. He might not be as nice, and I think he did a good job with his family. And that's what I thought first. He's a builder. He probably would build a really nice wall, you know. Lately, I try to go every day. I think the last year, now I'm facing 90, have to go every day in order to get my body moving, you know. I have a good idea with the body, because I'm so determined that exercise is the answer. If you have a coffee pot, buy a new coffee pot, and never use it, it will stay new forever. But your body is built so if you don't use it, it breaks up. So you need to use your body. So that's why I'm so determined with exercise, that this is the answer to long living. Even if it hurts. I mean, I'm now I have the younger group of Jazzercise, and you should hear them complain. You know, my shoulder hurts and my, my knee hurts, and you say, and you have nothing. Yeah, but it all hurts, but I ignore it or I work through it, and I mean, I have so many people in Jazzercise now who don't know me, but who say, "You my role model." I mean, that's maybe the only sentence I hear from them, Just today came a lady to me and she said, after she saw that you made the movie and this, and she said, "I'm just amazed." She said, "I just came to Jazzercise and thought, I just exercise. And then I met you," she said, "and you just changed my whole outlook on life." She said, "I'm just admire you so much, and that you come every day, and now they making a video about you." And that the title of the book, which helped me all my life, "Nothing is as bad in the Second World War." I used to say this to my children when they said something, I say, "Oh, don't complain, nothing is as bad in the Second World War." And my children, they would say, yeah, Mom, nothing is as bad in the Second World War." And, I have to say something. Just recently, a month ago, my youngest son, I was complaining about something, that I'm living alone here and I feel bored and this and this. And he said to me, "Mom, remember, nothing is as bad in the Second World War." And I had to laugh so he gave it back to me,
Vera's experiences, especially those during World War II, extend far beyond those that can be included in this video. She shared her complete life story in her book, Nothing is as Bad as World War II. That book title has been her guiding mantra for many years, a mantra with such immense power to bring anything and everything into a greater context. The mantra of an inspiring woman, the mantra of Vera Palmieri.